I started university, I was really like, oh, am I gonna make friends? And lectures and teaching actually started happening. It was like, wow, I'm actually settled. I'd made a few friends, I had plans, my schedule was packed.
ARU became more of a support system.
Throughout these 3 years, I become more confident. I also start learning to become a leader.
I've built really strong relationships with people that I feel like will go on further outside of uni.
Teachers and other staff are always ready to help.
At ARU was literally the best experience I could have ever asked when it came to the whole university life. Even though COVID came around, ARU did well to maintain the whole thing.
I was ready for this new journey because I was going to study something I always wanted to.
The connections which I made here, it will have a very big impact on my life. It will benefit me in the future.
When I will graduate and walk on the stage, all the girls who have ever wished for education and they wanted to achieve something higher in life, all of them will be graduating with me that day.
This is like the best decision I've ever made.
I'm really excited for the future. I want to see what is to become of me.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I've changed a lot in this uni.
I couldn't ask for anything more than this.
What message would you give to the class of 2022?
Congratulations for reaching this point and look forward to the journey ahead.
You've come through one of the hardest times that I think that any generation of students has had, and you've come out on top.
The world is your oyster. You know, there's no limitations to what you can achieve.
You make us proud.
Give them hell. I'm so proud to be a part of ARU, and I hope you are too. It's a wide community getting wider around the world, and it's a proud boast to say I am an Anglia Ruskin graduate. Well done.
What I want to become in future is professional footballer,
cybersecurity analyst.
I'm going to be the Prime Minister.
A lawyer.
Public health professional.
Emergency medicine.
Software engineering.
Physician associate.
Maybe an actress.
In the future, I would like to be a successful person and happy person.
Professional actor.
Senior lecturer in history.
Managing director.
CG supervisor.
Alumni officer.
PhD student.
Veteran.
Chairperson of the National Youth Environment Council. Volunteer for the Royal British Legion.
Registered music therapist.
Founder of Little Lifts.
Honorary graduate.
We all should be really proud of ourselves and we deserve this.
Good afternoon, everybody. Please be seated. As Academic Registrar, it is both my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to Chelmsford Cathedral for this afternoon's ARU graduation ceremony. We've all gathered here today to celebrate the success of the class of 2022. Now, I think it's fair to say that our graduates' experience has been one of the more unconventional ones for higher education, grappling as they have with the disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. But it is a testimony to your commitment to your studies that you're all here ready to participate in your graduation ceremony. So from all of us, many congratulations on simply completing your studies in such unprecedented circumstances. So now that you are here, what's this all about? Well, graduation ceremonies date back to the 15th century, and the tradition has evolved since. Roughly translated, graduation means taking a step. And graduation symbolizes the move of the former student, now called a graduand, into a new role in society as a graduate, where they will use the skills and talents developed during their studies to contribute to the future advancement of society. As each graduand crosses the stage, they will pause, bow their head, and doff their hat to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, who will respond in kind to acknowledge both their success and their transition to the new role of graduate. We will applaud them for their success so far, but also in anticipation of the contribution we expect them to make to society in the future. At the conclusion of our ceremony, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor will formally admit all new graduates to the community of scholars, and as new members of that community, as the academic procession leaves the stage, the new graduates will join the procession, and that will bring our ceremony to a close. During proceedings, those graduating with higher research awards will have their hoods placed upon them by the Deputy Vice-Chancellor to indicate that they have attained the very highest levels of academic achievement. So it is now time for us to begin our formal proceedings. I hereby declare the ceremony to be in session, and I call upon the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Aletta Norval, to address you all. Deputy Vice-Chancellor.
Distinguished graduates, guests, family and friends, colleagues. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, I'm delighted to join you today at your graduation ceremony. Firstly, to all those graduating today, my congratulations on reaching this milestone and graduating from your chosen course. Today is a day of great celebration. It's an opportunity for each of you to take stock, reflect, and celebrate your achievements to date, but also to look forward to the exciting careers that stretch out in front of you. And whatever career you enter, you are the future. You now have the opportunity and the responsibility to embrace and promote change, to implement new ideas and new ways of working. The passion, energy, and commitment that led you to undertake your ARU degree and gave you the strength and resilience to succeed in that task, despite all the challenges that you faced, including those posed by the dreadful pandemic, can now be applied to building your careers and realizing your aspirations. Whether your future lies in education, health, social care, business, law, science, technology, or the arts, with your passion and your expertise, you really can now make a difference, helping society address the challenges we all face, nationally and globally. And we will have succeeded in our task if we have helped you to develop the skills, confidence, and determination to influence and lead your professions, to promote change and achieve your ambitions. As well as serving our students, we at ARU are fully committed to serving our region and the communities in which we are based. Economic development, social inclusion, business support, tackling health inequalities, these are fundamentally important elements of our mission, transforming lives through innovative, inclusive, and entrepreneurial education and research. Despite all the challenges that we faced, we've had another highly successful year at ARU. We opened a new university in Peterborough, ARU Peterborough, and welcomed our first cohort of students in September 2022. This new university will provide life-changing opportunities for thousands of local people who may not previously have considered degree-level study, and deliver a skilled local workforce that will meet employers' needs. In November last year, we were awarded the Queen's Anniversary Prize for our world-leading music therapy research, in particular our research with people living with dementia and their families. And in January, we opened the first Samaritans University Hub in the UK on our Cambridge campus, and our Chelmsford Hub will be opening soon, a pilot which, if successful, will be rolled out to other universities. In April, we ranked first in the UK and 20th in the world out of more than 1,100 universities for health and well-being in the Times Higher Education Impact Rankings. And our students won innumerable prizes, including the Klaus Pfluger Prize for debut children's books, the top prize, the Sir Lenny Henry Award, at the Royal Television Society's Midland Student Television Awards, and the new talent category at the World Illustration Awards. And our research extends well beyond our region. We're a genuinely global community of students and researchers. We attract students from over 135 countries, and they flourish with us because they find a second home here. Our researchers too have worldwide reach and impact. In this year's National Research Excellence Framework, 16 of our research areas were ranked as including world-leading research. Our researchers are tackling real-world issues, from improving internet safety for teenagers to changing the lives of people living with dementia, and from developing compassionate resilience in healthcare workers to addressing the global burden of eye disease. And our researchers responded rapidly to the COVID-19 outbreak by committing to research that would help us understand and develop interventions to address the massive impact the pandemic was having on all our communities, locally, nationally, and internationally. Their work included research in ways to speed up coronavirus testing, how COVID-19 affects the eyes, how it's making tinnitus worse, and an investigation into innovative drug combinations that can reduce complications in COVID-19 patients. So in our research, as in our education, we're having real, tangible impact on people's lives, and that's something of which we can all be proud. But above all, we define our success as a university by the positive impact we have on the lives of our students and the communities we serve. And for us to succeed, we will need your support as our newest alumni. Because the support we receive from our alumni and our friends really matters, adding value to the education we provide to our students and supporting our researchers to push boundaries. So please help us build links with your networks and your professions and spread the word about your university. Before I close, I'd like to pay special tribute to your families and friends who've provided you with their constant support throughout your education. You and we owe them our sincere gratitude. I would also like to acknowledge and thank my colleagues, staff right across ARU for their tireless work and professionalism and their extraordinary commitment to supporting you and all in our community through the challenges of the pandemic. So once again, my warmest congratulations to you all. I do hope you enjoy your day. I wish you well wherever your ARU degree takes you, and please do stay in touch. ARU is your university for life, and our success and your success are inextricably intertwined. Thank you.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, thank you. So we now start our main business for this afternoon's ceremony, the presentation of those receiving awards. And I call upon Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Dean of Faculty, Professor Nigel Harrison, to come to the podium to present to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor graduates from the Faculty of Health, Education, Medicine and Social Care. Professor Harrison.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present to you graduates from the Faculty of Health, Education, Medicine and Social Care. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Nursing, Adult, Damaris Lynn Comley Komi Samek. Marshall Caroline Elam. Lacey Caniza. For the award of Diploma of Higher Education, Counselling, Child and Young Person, Stacey Lee Allen. Janet Susan Ailing. Natalie Ann Bishop. Emma Bones. Joanne Camp. Katie Francesca Chapman. Leonard James Cross. Natasha Rachel Cohen. Jade Leanne Lythco. Carmen Grace Maskell. Lisa Louise Mullery. Catherine O'Sullivan. Kerry Ann Tessai. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Counselling and Psychotherapy, Gemma Carol Boiling. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Social Work, Keisha Cheyenne Baker. Stella Brooks. Heather Lucinda Johnson. Lindsay Dawn Nayega. Cleopatra Nyan Ungo. Faith Okung Boa. Wilhelmina Oyer. Jane Thompson. For the award of Master of Science, Advanced Social Work, Tracy Johnson. For the award of Master of Science, Global Military Veteran and Family Studies, Patricia Price. For the award of Master of Arts, Social Work, Fatmata Elfrida Corker. Olifunki Fadiro. Folishade Fowowi. Mary Olufolake Jones. Cassia Newell Carter. Elizabeth Ose Nataidu. Jibolagade Opowu. Shelby Ebony Ransom. Victoria Louise Webb. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Operating Department Practice, Charlie Diana Andrews. Jifa Antwi Buasai Ake. Janine Bradford. Elizabeth Gooch. Josephine Hammond. Heidi Herondale. Fatima Karamai Zedi. Setley Michael Mansingh. Edward Mensah. Isaac Kodjo Mensah. Eric Remigius Menab Wairu. Victoria Ole Lee. Bradley Michael Rowe. Margaret Afua Sewa. Katrina Shirazi Fard. Samuel Mark Stanbury. For the award of Diploma of Higher Education, Paramedic Studies, Shane Farnham. Rhys Connell Higgs. Sarah Elizabeth McCarthy. Chantel Pauly. Shelley Ann Ryder. Matthew Stanley. Rachel Catherine Taylor. Zoe Jane Wall. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Paramedic Science, Caroline Biciola Adegog. Stephanie Julia Baisden. Caitlin Barnes. Laura Campbell. Andrew Eric Cartwright. Liliana Kojan. Samantha Jane Coleman. Samuel Christopher Collard. Emily Cooper. Piana Cornwell. Chelsea Jane Crawford. Emma Louise Faint. Gabriella May Foley. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that partially completes the list of graduands for me to present to you today.
Professor Harrison, thank you. We have many distinguished academic staff at Anglia Ruskin University, and I should now like to invite one of them, Jennifer Rafter, to come to the podium to offer a few words of reflection. Jennifer.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, honoured guests, family, friends and graduands. Before the pandemic, I used to have a folding bike which I would bring on the train to work. I would wheel this into class, often arriving soaking wet, flecked with mud, out of puff. At the end of the lecture, students would start packing up their things, saying their farewells and making their way out of the classroom. But there was always this one student who would loiter and hang back. She'd stay on, wanting to tell me about her thoughts about the lecture, tell me something she'd read, a programme she thought I might like to watch. She seemed oblivious to my subtle hints of packing my things away, putting on my waterproofs, glancing at the clock. She'd often then walk along the corridor with me pushing my bike, still chatting, asking her final questions. I'd then hop on my bike, frantically cycle to the station and watch my train pull away in the distance. This went on for weeks, and I confess I'd often blame this student for my missed trains and my reheated dinners. One evening I stayed particularly late in the library, and walking out of the building I saw this same student ahead. She was taking 2 balloons from a display in the lobby of the main building. I think I probably rolled my eyes at her and thought, what is she up to now? As we stepped out of the building, I saw a tired partner leaning against a car and 2 little children dressed in their pyjamas. They ran towards their mum and excitedly retrieved their balloons. She spotted me, she introduced me to her family, told them how much she loved her learning, how much she loved her lectures, and how she hoped one day that her children would go to university just like her. In reply, I told them how clever their mum was and how hard she was working in her studies. That was a long walk to the station. I didn't want to cycle. I had no concern that night about missing my train. I quickly realised how little I knew and understood our students, how I'd underestimated all of their struggles and the challenges that they faced, how many students at ARU were juggling multiple responsibilities and were achieving against the odds. She was just a student, making the very most of her learning and her time at university and seizing every opportunity to succeed. As their final piece of work, students complete a dissertation or a major project, and at the start of this paper, they have the opportunity to write an acknowledgement, a few sentences of thanks or appreciation. Some take the time to thank us as a team for the support we've given. As a team, we often share these with each other, and it can reduce the most seasoned academic to tears during marking period. Some thank themselves. They've had to go a journey alone, and they may take a moment to acknowledge all they've achieved. Some thank their peers and their cohort for their collective journey and the camaraderie along the way. One student thanked her temperamental laptop for not breaking and going the distance on the course. But on the whole, most students take the opportunity to thank you, their friends and their family, for all the cups of tea, all the pep talks, the listening ears through tears and stress, offers of childcare, proofreading and financial support. I suspect you fully understand the struggles and the challenges that I had so overlooked by that chatty student. So today, we congratulate you on all you've achieved. You did it against the odds. As you go off now into noble careers, do I have any words of wisdom? Well, obviously I need to discourage you from stealing balloons from our ARU displays. Talking from very bitter experience, look after your temperamental laptops and back up your files. Always remember to pause and give yourself a pat on the back for everything you've achieved. Continue to thank and value all the people who are here, who have got you here today. And finally, please don't be afraid to hang back, stay on, and make a general nuisance of yourself. When you face all your new challenges and struggles, remember to ask questions, seize every opportunity, and make the most of your lifelong learning. Thank you.
Jennifer, thank you. We now continue with our main business for this afternoon's ceremony, the presentation of those receiving awards. And once again, I call upon Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Dean of Faculty, Professor Nigel Harrison, to return to the podium to continue to present to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor graduates from the Faculty of Health, Education, Medicine and Social Care. Professor Harrison.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to continue the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Health, Education, Medicine and Social Care. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Paramedic Science, Tobias Edmund Granger. Victoria Greenwood. Molly Ann Daisy Hall. Zona Catherine Harold. Olivia Hart. Alicia Grace Illibrand. Kevin Kelly. Jessica Kerner. Cameron Francis Lee. Rebecca Louise Lee. Jack Andrew Legg. Zuhey Ali M. Mago. Sean Marchington. Alexandra Christina Marsh. Elizabeth Rebecca McAlevey. Wesley MacDonald. Jade Christine McMurtry. Finley Cameron McPherson. Hazira Maya. Michael Miller. Atta Mubacha. Emily Joy Newton. Ben Naniero. Kaylee Parrish. Jamel Kelvin Presley. Ben Quinn. Mary Danielle Ricafort. Daniela Hazel Robinson. Summer Lorna Ashley Rostrom. Simona Maria Russ. Jessica Emma Jane Rushbrook. Thomas Adam Reimer. Bradley Dean Saunders. Eloise Ruth Scullin. Charlotte Ann Smith. Helena Jane Spencer. Holly Rhea Torkington. Shanti Nasir Tyndall. Lucy Ann Margaret Walsh. Christopher Stephen Ward. Lucy Ann Waters. Jenny Ann White. Zephuneyu Wigglesworth. Brittany Williams. Kira Marie Williamson. Lucy Alice Wright. For the award of Master of Business Administration, Healthcare Management, Maya Krishna. Basil Anif. For the award of Master of Science, Physician Associate, Hajara Abdul Rahman. Joseph Maxwell Agostino Ambriosia. Rochelle Charisse Burgess. Emily Rebecca George. Alicia Angel Ibrahim. Erin Louise Nancy Kavanagh. Kunmai Odoniya. Dimpal Rana. Georgina Patricia Reardon. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Nursing, Mental Health, Patricia Martha. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present those who have been awarded higher research degrees. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy, with a thesis entitled Identifying Factors that Facilitate or Inhibit the Integration of Female Afghan Refugees into British Society, Fatima Azizi. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that completes the list of graduates for me to present to you today.
Professor Harrison, thank you. Well done, graduates. Many congratulations. No accidents across the stage. You all did very well, so well done. There'll be a number of your fellow graduates who, for a variety of reasons, have been unable to join us for this afternoon's ceremony, but we should still acknowledge their success. So please join me in congratulating me on their achievements. We are now nearing the end of our ceremony, but first I should like to invite one of our wonderful new graduates, Georgina Reardon, to come to the podium to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of all of those receiving awards today. Georgina.
Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates, it is my pleasure to offer the vote of thanks today from myself and on behalf of all the students graduating this ceremony. I would like to start by congratulating everyone here today. To complete a degree is an achievement, but to complete a degree amidst a global pandemic makes this triumph even more special. Everyone should be extremely proud for what they have managed to accomplish. We can all agree that this would not have been achievable without the support of our lecturers, everyone behind the scenes at Anglia Ruskin University, our colleagues, and our friends and family. I would firstly like to thank our lecturers. They had the hard job of having to continually adapt their means of teaching to the ever-changing government guidance, whether that be online lectures or clinical skills on campus. Nevertheless, they have supported us, guided us, and provided us with the knowledge and skill set to thrive in our chosen careers. We can't forget all the work that goes on behind the scenes at Anglia Ruskin, so I extend these thanks. To the ones who have organised successful placements for us all, to the lab technicians who continually made sure equipment was ready for us to practice, to all the administrative staff, the patient partners, and as much as they may scare us all, the examiners. Another thanks goes to our friends and our families. I'm sure everyone will agree that without their ongoing support, love, and supply of the odd beverage here and there, completing this degree would not have been possible. I think some of our parents, guardians, partners, and other family members are secretly thrilled that our degrees are finally over. But thank you. You have been a big part in getting us over that finish line. A final thanks, but by no means least, is to you all, our colleagues and fellow graduates, the only other people who truly understand what we've all been going through for the past couple of years. We've had a unique way of forming friendships, most of us meeting for the first time through a computer screen, and when we did meet in person, having to recognise each other from the nose up, but some friendships formed for life nonetheless. Our experience has been a roller coaster, from Teams calls to socially distanced lectures, to then undertaking placements in hospitals and clinical settings. The resilience, determination, and commitment to complete your degrees is something to be proud of and celebrate. From my placement in hospital, I have seen firsthand what it is like to see us all and our colleagues working together, demonstrating their compassion, flexibility, and teamwork in a real-life setting. I'm sure, like all of you, I'm looking forward to what the future holds, seeing some of the faces here at work someday. This is an exciting time for everyone in this room. Now it's our turn to demonstrate the skills that we have learned, build a successful career, become the mentors to the next generation, and enter the working world. I'd like to finish with one more thank you to everyone, and congratulations, fellow graduates, and good luck to whatever the future holds.
Georgina, thank you and very well done. This afternoon's ceremony is our final graduation ceremony in Chelmsford this week. It's actually one of 26 we have held in 2022, 7 this week. And I should just like to take this opportunity on behalf of ARU to thank two groups of people. Firstly, to our hosts, Chelmsford Cathedral, for their hospitality, their cooperation, and their help generally through this week. Can you please join me in thanking them? And secondly, a group of 5 people over this side of the cathedral who've entertained us both before and after the ceremonies and have provided our processional music. Please join me in thanking our wonderful musicians. I now call for one final time on the Deputy Vice-Chancellor to address the new graduates. Deputy Vice-Chancellor.
And now will all those who have been presented to me here on stage today please stand. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, I hereby admit you to the degrees, diplomas and awards for which you've been presented to me here today. As a member now of the community of scholars, take all that you've learned into society and uphold the values of freedom of thought and scholarship. My warmest congratulations to you all.
And that brings us to the end of our ceremony, and I hereby declare proceedings closed. Can I now ask everybody to stand for the academic procession?